Hello and welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to play Chamber on the map Fracture. We'll be going over his trademarks, rendezvous, and some cool setups that you can do to play the character on this map. This is one of many parts. If you're interested in watching me go over the other maps, you can find those on my channel, so be sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this, because there are more coming. Without further ado, let's get into it though. All right, we're going to be starting on the defensive side of this map, or trademarks that I like to throw. I like to throw one here at the start of the round. If they're breaking that really quickly and pretty often, you can throw one up here. It doesn't quite get the back, but like this is pretty good just for catching them off guard if you needed to change up your trademark spot. You could do something cheeky where you put one up here just to see if you can catch somebody who's going up here, and you know, you can play behind this box to hide and hold your sands from here based off a TP, blah blah blah. For dish, this is pretty much the only one that I throw for dish. However, there's a really cool setup that I like to do where as soon as the barrier goes down, I like to throw a trademark right here into the sand, and then I'll have a TP right here, and I'll have a TP in spawn. And what I'll do is I'll hold for, I'll like crouch and I'll post on the right side dish swing. And if this, basically what this trademark is for, this is just to give me early warning and to let me know if they're coming up my left, so that way I can adjust my crosshair if necessary. So this is a cool little off angle setup that you can play from on top of A. And then another one that you can do is once the barrier goes down, you can just chuck one right here to slow them from doing sand splits. You do have a very loud audio cue when the door opens, but being able to slow down their sand split and prevent them from just splitting on you fast in sight can be very, very useful. So this map doesn't have like a lot of places that you can hide trips on sites, so the trademarks are pretty basic. For B, you're going to put one here at stairs. You can do that. I like to put one on this slope to catch people as they're coming up and entering the site. This will catch them, they'll get slowed, and then that's usually when I peek out a tower. You can put one right here. You can put one like right here to catch them if they're coming up arcade. These are typically more like kill trips, and then this one's like an information trip. And then up here, you can put one in tower if you don't want to have to watch arcade. And then also something you can do on defense is you can wait for the barrier to drop at the start of the round and then put a trademark down on the floor in order to hold arcade with this and give you early information if they're trying to cross over towards tower. All right, that's pretty much all of the trademark setups on the defense side. For defensive, like flank holding trademarks, you can do this. You can put one deep over here. You can put one right here. And then for the A flank, if you want to hold for the A main flank, you can put one right here. Or if you know you're going B, you can also just put one on the other side of this box as well, like this, to change it up if they're breaking this one a lot. You're going to want to communicate with your teammates at the start of the round. You're going to want to figure out which site you plan on ending at so that you can throw the proper trademark, because of the way this map is, it's a giant circle. You can't really always have perfect trademarks. However, sometimes it's not too bad to get flanked from arcade or dish because they're like less impact flank rotates. Meanwhile, like if you get flanked from stairs right here while you're executing up, this is a very high impact flank. Sometimes what I'll do is if I'm not 100% sure which site we're going to end at, I'll put one right here for the A main flank, and then I'll put one over here as well for the B main flank. And then that way I just have, you know, both bases covered, and like I can just sort of do whatever. For holding flank on arcade side, I'll either throw something like this at the start, or I'll hide one behind these bricks. And then over here, I usually just put one like right here behind the barrier. This side's pretty simple. You can also put one here, kind of. They can't, I think it barely catches the corner here. So when they come around, it will barely catch them right here. But if you want to be a little bit safer, you can put it a little bit closer to the edge. That will get it over here, just barely. All right, now let's talk about some rendezvous plays that you can make, some setups that you can run. If you want to go for like an aggressive setup, you can have one up here, and then what I like to do is I'll put my other TP down here, and then once the barrier goes down, say I have my op this round, I go for the early pick here, take a shot, then I TP back on top of a generator, and now I can hold the arcade cross, get one here, turn back towards stairs. This is a very, very good secondary teleport location if you can hold arcade control, or if as long as you can TP before arcade control is given up, because a lot of the time when people will hear you TP away, they think that you're TPing like safe to generator. They don't think that you're going to TP back onto elevation. It's like an aggressive fallback teleport. You've seen it on Haven when, say, like I go for a garage peek and then like my second teleport is top site on C. So they don't expect two aggressive angles in a row. They think that you're going to go for that first pick and then you're going to fall back to a defensive position, but you fall back into another aggressive position, but you need to make sure that you're doing it before the timing catches up to you. For tower, you can put a teleport here, and then you can peek out here, you can fight out here, but you can also peek out here and fight out here. So this teleport's really, really good for fighting from tower. This will be in a really good combination with your kill trademarks that are in sight that you want to peek off of. Since I'm playing passive and tower off of kill trademarks, I'll usually have a more passive teleport here. Another thing that you can do is another aggressive play would be a teleport up here, and then at the start of the round, you can go down this rope quickly, play down here behind the double box, find a kill on somebody arcade, TP, and then again, a secondary aggressive spot from up here. You can play 2 aggressive angles at the start. Just try to be creative about the ways that you're using your teleports and understand whether or not you need to do a teleport that gets you back to safety, or whether or not you're going for a early aggressive peak that will give you enough time to teleport back into another aggressive angle. So you put one up there. As for A, like I said, when I was showing you guys trademarks, I like to do this and this in combination with my trademark right here. And then I'll either use like a rifle or I'll post up here with an op and I'll hold this angle, get a kill, TP out. Another thing that you can do is you can put one up here and then you can put the other one right here. And you can go for an early pick A main, get this kill, TP on top of here, and then TP up here, and then you can post on this crack angle right here, and you might actually be able to catch somebody, or you post on the lower part here and you wait for them to swing up close left dish. It really just depends on what you think they're peeking more. But you can post on this, go for another one, fall off, and then continue, and then fall back, play from spawn, try and go for picks from there. Another thing I like to do is if I'm going for an A main play, I like to put my teleport right here. And then I'll either have the other one in sight if I want to keep fighting until I'm dead. So I'll combo it with this trademark. And usually when I TP from here, they don't usually check for a trademark right there. So I'll go for my first initial peek and then I'll TP back into the site and I'll just fight until I'm dead. But what I like to do off of this trademark or this rendezvous is I like to come around to this side of the box. I wait for the breach stun because usually teams will breach stun this line. And then I just walk in and I crouch right here in front of this box. And this is a very, very weird off angle for the other team to deal with. You get one, you TP out, and then you can just fight until you're dead from under sight. I love to do that with an op. I love to do it with rifles even too. People most of the time are not clearing this. They are not ready for it. When you're running up here, you're hugging the wall like this, so you're kind of aiming in, and then like, you know, you sort of swing past this guy with your crosshair, and then there's just a guy crouched into this angle. It's a very, very awkward angle to deal with. Not a lot of people are expecting you to be playing something like that. And then another passive thing that you can do, you have this teleport up here, and then you can just play up here. Say you have your op, you can hold sands from here. You have your trip up in here, or you can just do this with a rifle. You can go for kills with a rifle. Ideally, you would probably want to have a teammate holding sands for you so that you can just rat in the site, and then you can just hold from up here. So ideally, you'd have somebody like maybe 2 people fighting sands and controlling this. Then you can just play top site. You can go for kills on people peeking from drop. You can wait for this trademark to go off, and then you can peek out, get a kill from up here, and TP into safety. Usually, this second teleport would be in the spawn. You can also, very similar to this, you know, if you want to hold sands from like an off angle again, you can put this TP up here at the start, and this is just a little cheese. You know, you can catch people off guard with this. You can like peek over top of this little bit of cover right here, and usually I'll combo it with this trademark so that I know when they're coming up A main and they can't scale up and kill me when I'm up here and just exposed completely. But this is a cool little off angle that you can cheese people with. So that about covers it for defensive side rendezvous. And again, like I've said in every single video, on attack side, you want to think about your teleports in 2 phases. You want to go for that initial peak phase. So something I love to do is I'll put one right here, and then I'll put the other one back here. And as soon as the barrier goes down, I'll post on this with an op and go for this first pick. I'll use an op or I'll go for something with a rifle, but you just want to make sure that you're using your rendezvous to go for the initial pick. You want to think of it in 2 phases. You want to think of it as your initial fight phase, and then you want to think of it in post-plant phase, right? Right here, you know, I could do something like this. If me and my team are going to swing A main, we peek out, we're taking fights, I can TP back to safety if I really, really need to. Pick back up my rendezvous, and then you need to always be thinking when you're going into site to take the site, you want to put your rendezvous as you're entering in a spot that will be safe for you to TP out of later. So I put one down here, we go in, we clear the site, yada, yada, yada. We take some gunfights, we get some kills, and then I can choose where I want to play in the site now based on my second rendezvous. So I can play like under default right here and just peek out, go for some fights, try and get some kills. Maybe I get one and I delay them a bunch. I can then TP out, and now I can play post plant back from A main, and you just get that safe cross. Another 2 that I really like to do for B site, I like to have one rendezvous on stairs, and then as I'm entering the site, I'll either put my other one here, because this is usually a spot where if you play this, you usually die because you're getting utility dumped. So I'll either play up here, or I'll play in tower, and I'll anchor tower off of my other rendezvous, and then I'll just TP out and play post plant from stairs if I need to. Usually, Ideally, we'd have the bomb planted like right here, but sometimes that's not super possible. And then coming from arcade as well, you know, it's very, very strong to have your rendezvous placed on the left side before you cross this choke point, this opening here. That way you can go back, you can go up into tower, you can put a rendezvous in tower, you can fight, and then you TP back to arcade, and now you can play this position where you can hold the cross for your teammates, and you can spot enemies who are crossing the site, and your teammates can peek off of your contact from here. Chamber is very, very strong in general as a sentinel right now. You're seeing him played a lot in the pro meta because he is just very, very good at fighting for and taking space with his utility. His TPs are very, very strong for going for initial picks. So yeah, he's a great character to learn. He's a great character main. He's very, very fun. You almost never have to eco with him because of the headhunter. I like to buy bullets whenever I have extra cash. So I like to top myself off at 8 bullets, but the beauty of him is that like you only need 4,200 credits in order to full buy. You need Vandal, full armor, and then 2 trademarks, which is 300. So it's only 4,200 credits. So without the headhunter bullets, he's one of the cheapest characters in the game to play. So your economy is almost always good when you play this character. You can almost always buy or get something, whether it's your headhunter, which is basically a pocket guardian, or you can use your op based if you're on an eco round, or say you need to drop your teammates. So Chamber's very, very fun because you can there's always something you can do with him, and he is very, very good, even though his utility is quote unquote lacking. He's kind of got that Jet effect where people are like, oh, Jet has no utility, she's not that good, but because of the hidden impact and the playstyle that you can use when you're playing the character, they end up being very, very strong. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys learned something. Hope you guys become better Chamber players because of this. Hope you have a grasp of how you're going to play the character. If you want to see more content like this and you enjoyed this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. I do some educational videos every once in a while, and most of the time it's like malding highlights and me just getting tilted on stream. So they're very funny to watch in my opinion, but be sure to do that. And then if you have any extra questions for me that you want to ask and I don't answer them in YouTube, you can come to my stream. I stream every day from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Twitch, twitch.tv/Bumpaah. I will see you guys there. Happy to answer any questions. All right, take it easy. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.